Alright, welcome back. I'm here again and I just bought a new light. So I bought the Nova II 1x1. So this episode is not sponsored because Aputure doesn't send me anything, so I had to buy this myself. I bought this because this is one of the best panel lights ever and I'm so excited to use this. This has the highest SSI in a panel light that you can buy now. The only light with a better SSI is the CS32, which is too big and too expensive. So this is the most affordable thing that brings you about almost 90 SSI. What SSI means is that the color is very close to the sun. It's 90% of a sun or your strobe light. And it is unheard of in LED lights until now. Okay, so this is the Nova II 1x1. This is how it's shipped in. So this is how I bought it. So I bought it in a case. So it comes in this nice rolling case. It is quite big. It has a handle. You can roll it around. And this is what it looks like inside. So the light goes here. This is where you put the included diffusion. There are two pouches here for accessories. You can put cables. And this is a very roomy box. You can remove the foam, you can put even more things inside, or you can also put the light in plus some extension cords and power cables. And this also makes a nice chair, so you can sit on it. So the height is perfect for sitting down on set. Buy it with the case. There are two options, without or with. Take the case option. Okay, so this is the main light itself. So now they have integrated the control unit and the power supply all in one. Comes with this power cord that is some sort of Nutric connection. It has AC in, out, so you can daisy chain to another one. It has physical LAN ports for your DMX, and it also has DMX in and out. So this is pretty much the same as your Storm series of lights. The interface is exactly the same. Power button, this rotary knob. You have 4 buttons, menu, light, preset and back, exactly the same. USB port over here. So this is to update your firmware. And we have a very nice new large screen over here. IP65 rated. So you can use this in the rain, in a storm. So in front we have your LED panel. So this is a 1x1. But this thing is actually slightly larger than 1x1. So I don't know why, but it's slightly taller. We have a removable yoke. So you just release this. You can take it off. It is quite easy to handle. It's about 10 kg. Put it on is also quite simple. Align it and it locks into place. So it is very easily handled by one person. It weighs about 11 kg. And we have a very nice lever at the side to lock your light when you angle it. So even if it's loose, I find that this light doesn't actually move about. So you don't really have to lock it if you have nothing in the front. It just stays in position wherever you leave it. And the final thing is that it comes with this diffusion panel that is so easy to attach. So you basically just align the top, there's a lip. So you just put it on, then you lock it by pushing the levers at the side, and that's it. It's meant for professional work, so if you buy it to use for your YouTube, you probably never need to replace this light for the next 20 years. Okay, so the specs of this light, I'm not going to really go through. It performs very well. A lot of other people have done spectrometer testing on this. I can say that it's very consistent, it's very linear. Wherever you set, you get the correct CCT. Green magenta shift is basically sorted. It's one of the best out there already. So today we're going to just show you how to use this in a practical sense. We're going to do 3 different scenes. We're going to do like a living room scene. We're going to do some product photography. And we're going to do a sunset scene. So let's do it now. Okay, so this is the first scene that we're doing. I'm in my living room and we have a nice overhead soft light. We got some practical lights in the background. This is only lit by one light. So this is the challenge today. We're going to light everything with one light. So the light we are testing today is the new Nova II 1x1, which I bought. It's not sponsored. So the light is up there and let's have a look at our setup. I only said one light, but I never said what else we can use. So we have a forest of stands and grip material. So this is the light here. We have boomed it up over. It is bare bulb, so we're getting like a 35-degree spot. So there's a hot spot. We are diffusing it through the frame over here. And we have cut the spill with some cutters here and there to block the spill from the background and on the side here. What we are trying to achieve is some background separation, so it should have been easier if I had a barn door on that. You can buy barn doors for that, but I don't have the barn doors. So this is the best we can do, and this is what it is. And there's a poly here bouncing back. So light sitting there, bouncing back, and I think I look pretty decent here. Okay, so this is one simple look you can do with one single light. Yeah, so we spent half an hour setting up for 1 minute of talking. So today's episode is sponsored by Style House Studios. So come here for your studio needs. They have everything here that we have just used except for the light. Okay, so this is Zen. He's been helping me today. He's a film grad. He's no longer a student, but he's in the army now. So how do you feel about setting up with one single light? Is it easier or harder?
It will be way easier with barn doors. So if you're going to get this light, I guess you will get it in the barn doors.
Yeah.
But it's quite simple. I mean, so it doesn't spill as much as most panel lights.
This is very interesting because this panel light actually has a beam angle.
Yeah.
It's a 35-degree beam angle with some spill, but there's a hot spot that is quite nicely round and it's 35 degrees.
What's my impression of panel lights before this light came out is that it will just spill everywhere.
Yeah. It's basically like just a 90-degree, 180-degree kind of thing, right? Okay, so let's move on to the next setup. Okay, so now this is our second challenge. We have a product here. This is a very nice speaker, so we're going to take some product shots with this. So we have set up everything like this. I'm going to take some photos first. Okay, so this is the setup we have now. So we are doing some product shots. We have one light at the back. So the back light is our key light. And then we have filled it in with this poly over here. We're trying to get a darker background, so we're going to block out everything at the back. And we use the net to bring down sort of the value of the background a little bit. Not totally dark, kind of a dark grey. If you want it totally black, you can just put a cutter, a flag to just make it black. So I think it looks pretty good. One thing that is nice about this light is that the SSI or the light quality is very, very high. So if you're doing product photography, everything is going to look really true to life. It's almost as good as a strobe. So this is a small, nice speaker. So it is pretty not colorful, but we have spiced it up with a color at the background. So the Nova II is 90% of REC 2020, and we are abusing it on this white color wall over here. So we get super saturated colors that can serve as the background for this. And we cheat a little bit this round. We're not using one light, we're using two lights. So this is the 400X, which is lighting the main product. And we bounced it off to give a feel. And I think the photos actually look pretty decent. Okay, so we are tired at the end of the day. We have a very nice living room and it's so relaxing. It is sunset now. But actually it's not sunset, it's 3 PM in the afternoon. So we fake golden hour, so it looks really nice. So I've only used one light again. So this is the Nova II 1x1. And we have cast it as a backlight, as a very hard light. And I look great in this living room. I think it's so relaxing. The quality of light is incredible. The SSI is like 90 at this point. So let's show you how we did it. Alright, so this is our living room. So what we have done is we've put the light at the corner over there. So you can see all the way over here. We've tried to put the light as far away as we can because if you want to fake sunset, you want to have your source as far away as possible. So we put it up high on a stand. There is no diffusion. It is the 35-degree hard light. So we have cast it over here, blocked it with this poly board so that it gives us a kind of cut rather than just a huge spill. And we've tried to angle it so that it's a backlight. To stop my face from getting too hot, we have actually added in a net over there just on my face because we want hard on body, soft on face. Some set design over here to give some color contrast. This light is set to 6500 Kelvin. Our main light is set to about 2000 plus Kelvin, 2500. And we've added some red elements here to let the sofa pop a little bit more. And what I'm so impressed about is that there's so much throw from this light is that we could put a mirror and a cookie over here, and we have bounced the light back onto our plant over here. So you can see it actually has some shadows. If I remove the cookie, you can see that the shadows are quite hard. So you can see the shadows over there. So we have filled our face very nicely with the bounce from this mirror. But it's a bit harsh, so we just put that cookie in and it gives us some texture. You can use a different kind of cookie also if you want. So this gives you a lot of texture on the back. This is our fixed sunset with one light, which is the sun. So if you know how to play the game and you have a lot of grip materials like we have over here, you can do this too. Okay, I hope you enjoyed how we shot these 3 scenes. So let's ask Zen how he felt about using this setup today. Was it easier for you using a panel light?
If I had to use, the equivalent output of that panel is around similar to the 700X. The 700X, you need like the big light, the balas. There's also, I mean, it's quite light for the output that you can provide.
Yeah. It's very surprising that this panel light actually has a kind of 35-degree beam angle.
Yeah,
I don't think any other panel light has it, right?
Does the sky panel?
A sky panel has a changeable lens in front, but it's not exactly like this. You have to change the optic or something like that. There's an even more powerful one, the 9-degree Nova II. So that one you can place it like, I don't know, 20 meters away.
Yeah.
So we might get a chance to try that. I don't know, Aputure, you can send some over, we can try. Yeah, so anyway, I think that panel lights do have a place now. I think you might be keen to use panel lights now, right?
Yeah.
Because you've been a corp guy all the while.
Even for my final year project, when I had the 300C, it was just a soft light that spills everywhere. And I didn't really know what to do with it other than like a book light setup.
Yeah. Even if you have a book light, you still need the barn doors, or else it's like gonna be everywhere.
Yeah.
Whereas for this, right, if you just blast it against the ceiling, you don't really need to barn door it because it's just all gonna go up.
Yeah. It's basically a COB, but it's smaller, just that you can't use the bones smaller.
Yeah. So you know what this reminds me of? This reminds me of, you know, if you put a diffusion right in front of the HMI.
Oh yeah.
It's basically like that. It's like a 1x1 kind of sauce that is super punchy. So if you are keen to try it, I think you can rent one to try, you can buy one. I think this Nova II 1x1 has a place. It's not too heavy, produces the best light you can get from any Aputure product other than the CS32. And I think it's quite easy to handle.
Yeah, actually.
Yeah. So from one light, you can get such results. You can add another one light and I think you can make a film. Alright, so let's see you in the next one. Bye bye.